Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to another video on Jurassic World the game. Today we will be tackling the Woolly Rhinoceros tournament, a new Cenozoic creature that is being released. It's a standard Jurassic tournament. Nothing too crazy from what I can tell, so it shouldn't be too tough of a run to get up into Dominator. It is later in the day. It's almost been, if you can see the clock there, it's been, what is that, 18 hours? Is that 18 hours? No, 17 hours? 18 hours, 17 hours? I don't know, it's been 17 hours. 17 hours since the tournament started, so, but I'm guessing the tournament scores are not too bad at this point, so it shouldn't take us too long to get there. Quick update from the Monday video. Ludia did remedy my problem with, there he is, the Gigantophis. They remedied it actually by, they tried to send me the actual level 31, but that didn't work. And then they ended up sending me 8 copies of 8 creatures to hatch out, and then enough resources to speed hatch them and speed level them and speed fuse them, which was pretty cool. And I did it during a discount window, so I think I actually made out in total, which is pretty nice in terms of bucks. But now we've got this guy knocked off the list. Feed him up, get him going. I really wish that we were using Cenozoic creatures during this tournament to unlock a Cenozoic creature, but we are not. We're using Jurassics, and that's okay. But I'm gonna go ahead and feed that guy up all the way. Let's get in here and make this tournament run happen. Obviously starting off in Hatchling with our normal everyday stuff. And we've got the same exact boss missions that we've had for, I don't know, the last 5 weeks, I feel like, a long time. And so we got to use pterosaurs and we got to use amphibians. So over the next 2-3 days, that's all I'll be using once I get up into Dominator, just to get that mission knocked out and done with. But, you know, it is what it is. It's kind of nice to not have to worry about some of the other missions, but I'm getting tired of using amphibians and pterosaurs in all of my battles. But it is interesting to, you know, to play that way. It's different. It's a different. I've noticed that as I'm doing some of the more regular events, if you will, the PvE stuff, that I'm choosing to even sacrifice, you know, amphibians or pterosaurs where I typically wouldn't. But I'm getting the missions done just through regular gameplay. It has made me do a lot more modded. I don't know why I just did 2, but a lot more modded PvP, which has been interesting. So I've had a lot more kind of garbage in my trade harbor, but it's been also good. I've gotten a couple of Spinoraptors this week, which is great. No Ragistegas, but also lots of other, you know, super DNA, and just really creatures, which I know I don't need. But yeah, you know, it is what it is. Mod PvP is a great place to farm. Obviously SDNA if you've got higher end creatures, and it's fun. It's fun to just go purchase a bunch of mods and then just go in and wreck shop in terms of the battles. But it's interesting. It's interesting how the boss missions have kind of forced me into some different play styles that I normally wouldn't be doing, which is good, I guess. In a way, it keeps it fresh. It's been making me do a lot more PvP, and I know I could do the just basic. I'm gonna go run through a bunch of events and you know, forfeit a bunch of times, but I don't know. I'd rather just do the missions through just regular, actual stuff. But you know, we'll see. We'll see how the weekend goes, and I'm sure during a tournament it's easy, right? It's easy to get 50 amphibians and 50 pterosaurs used. It's only 100 creatures. 100 creatures over. It's like 33 battles, which is kind of minimum for getting close to Dominator. Might even be higher. Might be like, I think it's like 37, 38 typically matches to kind of land in Dominator and stay in Dominator, like secure your victory. So it's, you know, it's not bad. It's not a bad thing when it's during tournament time. When it's not during tournament time, it's like I'm doing a bunch of extra PvP because I need to get those missions knocked out. All right, Survivor 92. Okay. Let's see. This will be a. Let's see. I mean, obviously, we're getting credit for using these pterosaurs, so that's good. Even though they're not really quote unquote using them, they are getting credited in the battle, which is good. We need about 500 health and 160 attack, roughly. Which is going to be what? Oh, there we go. Tyrannosaurus Rex Gen 2. Let's do this. See what we get as a matchup. Oh, yeah, it's not too bad. And so, for those that are new, welcome. But I don't always explain the strategy behind my battle, so I apologize if you're like, what the heck are you doing and why are you doing this? I'm really, my whole goal for tournaments through the lower stages is to maximize getting to as many trophies as I can, as quick as I can per battle, but still have matches that are doable and not too bad. So the reason why I'm picking what I'm picking is I am forcing the computer to make decisions, because again, if you're new to the channel, you're not playing against other players, so spoiler alert, these are not actual players, we're playing against bots. And so we have the ability to kind of manipulate the coding in a way to where a normal player just wouldn't do. We don't need a block here. So since we're playing against fake players, we're playing against bots, just playing against pictures that have been taken from Facebook and then slapped against a computer opponent, knowing that we can, I don't want to say game the system, but we can force the computer into making decisions that might not be the best for its game. And we can do that by artificially setting our lineup up because of the way that it judges and grabs information from our lineup to give us not only who we're going to be facing, but also what kind of trophy count we're going to get for that battle. And so my whole thing is setting up the team on my side to have the best possible chance of winning, but still get the maximum amount of trophies. And as you raise up through each of these leagues and ranks within the leagues, the ferocity cutoffs that you have to get to in order to get a decent matchup and still get a lot of trophies is constantly changing. So it's constantly increasing as you go up through the leagues. And so at rank 17, for instance, in Survivor, we need to bring a team that's roughly around 550 to 570-ish ferocity, if you will. And that'll get us about 38 to 39 trophies, or actually 38 to 37 trophies. And so let's go grab a matchup that does that. So, but what I'm doing is I am artificially lowering that threshold by picking 2 throwaway creatures to bring down my team's overall ferocity, because we want to force the computer into giving us a good matchup where we are getting lower end opponents that we can kind of smack around a little bit in terms of our matchup, right? So I'm picking pterosaurs as my throwaways because I want the computer to think I'm bringing pterosaur creatures so that it decides to bring herbivores, because it sees that my lineup is pterosaur heavy in the match. And hopefully it's not going to bring amphibians because I have 2 pterosaurs. It's not looking at my individual creatures. It's looking at the makeup of my team and then the average of my 3 creatures. And it's trying to come up with a team that is suitable to that lineup, right? It's trying to manufacture something that's going to be not too difficult. And there we go. Beautiful. We've got 2 herbivores. We've got a pterosaur that's not going to be that big of a deal. And this becomes a very easy matchup for us. Now, if those were amphibians instead of herbivores, it becomes a little bit more tricky, but if you know that, like, if this is a regular player, you know they're not going to do 2 shots. They're going to do 1 because they think that we're throwing 1 away. But since we're playing against the computer, we can almost guarantee, we can guarantee that it's going to always do 2 when it can 1-shot your first opponent. And so here, again, since we are playing against a computer, right? Like if I'm the other team, I'm either blocking here on this next move, or I'm swapping in my herbivore to sacrifice it out in order to give myself a better chance of taking out this carnivore with the pterosaur. But he's not doing that, right? He's sitting here and he's not sure what he's going to do. So he's got 1 left. It's going to take 3 to kill him. If he has, yeah, okay, we're good. 1, 2, 3. He can't have enough, even if he wasn't blocking, to kill us, basically. So it doesn't matter what he does in this next round. Even if he had 4, which he doesn't, but if he had 4, he wouldn't be able to kill us. And so now if he at least does one, which hopefully he will because he knows he's not going to win. What's he going to do? He's not sure. Oh, make a move. Okay, so I'm going to swap just to make sure. He's probably not blocking all three, but if he is, that could be a problem for us. Yeah, so we could have killed him, but, you know, I'd rather be safe than sorry here. But again, you can kind of learn the way that the computer is going to react, and especially if once you realize that you're playing against a computer and not real players, you kind of lose that whole, oh gosh, what if he's going to do this, or what if he's going to do that? You start thinking that it's thinking like you're thinking, but it's not doing that. You have the ability to kind of pattern out what the opponent's going to do based on it always being the same opponent that you're facing in terms of strategy and thought process, or coding, if you will, of what the computer's going to do. And if you knew all that, you can kind of guide your moves to a better space. Oh, I didn't realize that I thought we were higher in Hunter, or in Survivor. I was looking at Hunter 100, not Survivor 10 on my sheet. That's why we only got 35 trophies there. Looking at the wrong data point. Oh, 600 DNA, I'll take that. Take that. All right, Hunter 74. So we don't actually need to go that much stronger. So really, I should have been picking a team that was like so that last team was 555 ferocity ish, and I should have been picking a team that was like sub 550 in order to get a better score there. Probably around 540 to 530 ferocity. But now that we're in Hunter, that changes, right? Go up in league, and we go up in rank within that league. We have different thresholds we need to meet. And so now that we are in Hunter, we need to get to roughly 560 to even 580 in terms of our average team's ferocity. So let's get up in here. All right, that's where we just were. I think, there we go. All right, so we need to get to 600 to 700, well, 650 to 700 health and 260-ish attack. So here we go, boom. This is a little bit weaker than I want to go. I've got a data point that at rank 76, I got a matchup that was almost 81% stronger than me, so I think I'm going to go up just a smidge and see if we get a, I'm going to go here. And the reason why I don't do the health tanks, right? So you got to pick something with some decent attack and some decent health, but not a tank and not a cannon, right? So not this guy and not this guy. This guy is going to be too susceptible to an amphibian, and this guy is going to be too susceptible to an amphibian because we're not going to be able to do any damage to it. So something in here is kind of a good kind of gimme, kind of a middle of the road. So that's what we want to go for. We want to have something that's going to be able to take a shot or two, but also do damage against something that we need to do damage against. All right, so this should be fine. And we might actually use the herbivore against the computer. And by that, I mean we're not going to kill the herbivore. We're going to force it to swap it out with another carnivore, so that way it forces the computer to burn an action point, and it puts that herbivore later in the match to where we don't have to worry about him really. All right, so my guess is if he swaps, he's going to swap to the Dilophosaurus Gen 2 because that is a stronger creature ferocity wise. So we're just going to do one, and we're not going to block, because if the Dilophosaurus attacks, no problem. It's going to do very little damage. If he swaps and attacks with the Dilophosaurus, also not going to do a whole lot of damage. So let's see what he decides to do, right? If you're a person, you just sacrifice that guy. You don't try to save that. You don't try to save the herbivore when you see what you're facing against. It's just not what you would do. We'll go here. because the Euthyrannus has got decent attacks, so we have to be a little careful about that. It's going to take 3 to kill the Dilophosaurus. All right, 2, so he's got 1 left. He can survive. So it's 3. If he's not blocking, we got to do this. All right, so he is blocking, but that's okay. Take 2 more. So if he attacks here, then we'll swap. If he doesn't, actually, we're going to swap regardless. Yeah, so we are going to swap. Reason being is we need to let the computer burn up a bunch of action points here. So it's going to do 4, at least it should do 4. So it'll have 1 left. There we go. Again, if you're playing a real person, there's no way they're burning 4 off to kill off your little throwaway creature. He knows it can't do any damage to you. He's just not going to do that. All right, so 2 to kill him. He's got 1, so he might be blocking. So we're going to go here. And then we can take 2 shots from him. Perfect, he is blocking. All right, so the best case scenario here is he goes for all 4. If he doesn't, we got to make some guesses, but we can make some educated guesses. There we go. And that's kind of a normal pattern, right? Normal pattern for the computer is to go all out when you're down to your last person. That's just your last creature. It's kind of what it does. All right, so we don't need to block really more than any. We're going to block any because we can take 4 shots from the Dilophosaurus. Diplocatus, sorry. But we'll let him do whatever he's going to do. We're going to have 5 on the next move, so he can block all 4. Doesn't matter. We're still going to have enough to take him out. But this is the kind of pattern that you can, you know, once you've played enough, you can start to learn the pattern of the computer and then set your team up to be successful. Now, I could have taken the Diplodocus out right away, and maybe that was a better thing to do, you know, who knows, but that's kind of the way I play. Look at that, 40 trophies, beautiful. 40 trophies, excellent. All right, 26 in Hunter. Okay, we're gonna have to up our game here a little bit, that's okay. Again, we're gonna start off with our throwaway creatures. We're gonna go, not that, we want carnivores. We're gonna swap this, we're gonna go back this direction. Because we need to get to 11, 58 health. Is that, I feel like that was, there we go, Carnoraptor? Yeah. Carnoraptor. So this is basically 900 ferocity for the team. And at rank 22, it gave us a pretty easy matchup and still gave us 40 trophies. So at rank 26, we should be okay here. We should be okay here. Let's see what we get. And sometimes you get that weird off-the-wall match, which is possible to always get. So we'll see if we'll get matched up against here. Oh yeah, this is beautiful. No problem. Easy peasy. We do have that VIP in the second slot that has decent attack, but we should be able to do 2 attacks, 1 block. If he attacks, we might attack. We might just swap regardless. I don't remember what that... yeah, we'll swap regardless because the guy after that has got decent attack. Not crazy, but enough to where if we take some damage from the VIP, if it goes for 2, we're not going to want to stick around. So we'll block 1. We could take 2, but it makes things a little bit more tricky with that 390 attack. So we'll chill here, see if he attacks. does not, so we're swapping. Best case scenario is that he's actually blocking 2. No, he's not blocking at all. It's worst case scenario. So he's going to do 3. He's going to have 2 left over. Ugh, this is the worst type of match up here. This is probably blocking 2. If we do 4, he's gonna have 4. So we're gonna do that. I'm gonna take a chance here. There we go, beautiful. Okay. Kind of had the issue there is that if he wasn't blocking at all, he'd now have 6, and 4 is probably enough to kill us. And so in these situations, typically the computer is blocking 2, typically. So that's what we're gonna go with here, and hope that that's what's happening. There we go. Sometimes the computer goes crazy and blocks 3 or 4, and you just kind of have to roll the dice on some of those. I could have blocked all 4, but I'd say 8 times out of 10, it's blocking 2 because it's trying to get to 6. The computer likes to get to 6. That's the number it likes to get to attack. I don't know why, but that's the way it is in the coding. And so if you know that, you kind of know that that's what he's probably going for, is blocking 2. All right, 88 in Predator. All right, we gotta jump up to 1200-ish ferocity. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go T-Rex style. All right, so boom. Throwaways engaged. Switching over carnivores. Where's my T-Rex at? There they are. Boom, T-Rex. T-Rex and 2 throwaways is about 1240-ish ferocity. So we'll see what we get here. Oh, that's really nice right there. I like to see that. Some of these herbivores have decent attack. They're not, they're not cheap, not like, just throwaway easy herbivores, but with the Apatosaurus in the second spot, he's not going to have really any attack, so we can do 3 attacks to kill that Pentacarpelta and not have really anything to worry about from that Apatosaurus. So we'll do 3, 2, 3. Let's see what we get here. Yeah, 164, no biggie. Well, if I do 3, you're going to take him out. So we're probably going to... I'm guessing he's not going to attack. Oh, he is attacking. Okay, I'll take that. I'll take that hit. And we could have killed him with 3, but then we would have had 3 exposed to the Stigmalich, which he would have been able to kill us with 3. All right, so now we can do 1, 2, 3. We can do 2 because we can take. Do we want to take 2 shots? I don't know if I want to take 2 shots. I'm not going to take 2 shots. I don't know if 347, that would have been 700. Yeah, I probably would have killed us had we gone for just 2 and if he went for all 4. We still got the throwaway, so if he doesn't do anything here, oh, beautiful. So there we go. So then we got 4 unchallenged shots coming back. Plenty. If he wouldn't have attacked, we could have swapped in, sacrificed our creature. Again, the computer's going to do more than he needs to, even though any regular player would know that that's a sacrifice move. There we go. 40 trophies. Boom, boom, boom. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. What are we gonna get? DNA, I'll take it. Over coins, food, any day, every day. All right, so, oh, I didn't even see what rank we were. 62, okay. It's important. It's important to know what rank you are so you know what team to bring. So 62, let's see, is that still... That is not really... You're starting to get some really difficult matches there with bringing the old T-Rex. So we're gonna go slightly stronger. And by slightly, I mean just a smidge, which is this guy here. This is 1400 ferocity, so it's decent. Oh, see, we got that amphibian we got to deal with. What is my attack gonna be? 381. Okay, so it's enough to take out the amphibian, which is good. And obviously we have the carnivore that we're coming into, but it's not super strong. And we've got the herbivore to finish off with, which is good. So we'll do 3. The question is if he's gonna attack us or not. The other thing is that you know, Alpha Combinus at the bottom is not is not, you know, not something to sneeze at in terms of what kind of attack he's going to be bringing, even though he's going to have a disadvantage. So depending on here what happens, let's see what Baranox decides to do. 1, okay. So he's got 1 left. We could kill him with 3. We're not going to do that because if he's not blocking, all of a sudden we are in trouble because, oh, he's not blocking. That would have been dangerous. So he should do 3 here, leaving him with 1. Here we go. So he's got 1 left. So we'll do 3. 2 to kill, 1 for the block. And if he's not blocking, we can't risk having the extra one. So there we go. I'm glad I did the 3. Because I think he would have killed us if we would have done 2 and he goes for all 5. The good news is we can one-shot him. Excellent. So if he didn't do anything, we might have had to guess. And chances are he wouldn't be blocking all 4. But you don't have to worry about that now. So, excellent. We should still be 40 trophies. We haven't upped our game too strong yet. There we go. Beautiful. All right, rank 36. So our stuff starts to get a bit tougher. At least we have to increase our team's ferocity again, which is okay. I speculate that there's thresholds at like 25 marks, so once you cross over rank 50, it gets much stronger. So you got to up your game to get to that, and then there's another cutoff at rank 25 within the leagues. So now that we're, you know, at 30 whatever we were, probably can go Carniraptor. We're probably not going to get 40 trophies if we do that, but we'll get a easier matchup. So the question is, do we have something right below that that isn't quite as strong? And we want to take a chance. Let's take a chance. We'll go with a Demetriconis, which we have plenty of. You could change the rewards anytime they want to, and I'd be okay with that. They need another super hybrid coming out, or they need to swap with another super hybrid. We've had this plenty long enough at this point. All right, so 2 herbivores, beautiful. So we can do 2 here. We won't even block after this attack, because if he attacks, not gonna do much damage, and if he swaps and attacks, not gonna do much damage. So we'll just reserve This is like one of the better setups to get, other than all herbivores. Especially with the weak herbivore in that second slot, which is what we have. So it's probably gonna swap. There's the swap. Doesn't matter if he attacks or not. No, he does, makes it easy on us. We don't have to guess, we don't have to do any extras. We'll do 2 here. We're not gonna block. There's no need to, because not gonna have, this is probably not gonna be a 40-point trophy match. This is probably gonna be 38, if I had to guess. This is a really easy matchup. But we'll see. We'll see what we get here. Ah, 39. Well, I'll take 39. I'll take 39 trophies. I'll do it. I'll take it. Force my hand. Yes, the DNA. I need the DNA. Bought 2 Armamatas and a Cerazenosaurus, I think, or I don't remember the other one that I bought. I bought something. I'll have to check to see what it was. It's in the hatchery right now still. All right, so now we are in Carnoraptor territory. In fact, we're in Carnoraptor / extra creature territory. So the question is, do we want to bring something else with us so we don't get a super nasty matchup? I think that's what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna bring a Carnoraptor instead of a throwaway. We're not gonna get 40 trophies, but stuff gets funky at this spot. So I'm just gonna bring a little something that if I need to can take a hit or two, because everything that I bring that's stronger increases my team's ferocity, which means my opponents get stronger. So I don't want to do anything too strong. I just want something I can throw in that can take a hit if need be. So something with decent attack. I'll go here. With the Charis. So not too much additional, but something a little bit more to increase our team. Oh, there's the Iguanodon. I haven't seen him out in the wild. That's exciting. I'm excited to see that. I like you too, Megalosaurus, but Iguanodon is a new shiny creature, and I don't think I've seen him out at all, actually. So this is cool. This is exciting. So we'll go 3 here, because that's what it's going to take. So we got Iguanodon coming in next. He's probably going to swap. He might actually stay, because the Suchomimus is not very strong. Look at you, Iguanodon, hanging out. Up on your tippy toes, no less. Oh, he's going for it. Okay. All right, so 2, we can do 2. It's not a problem. We'll block 1. Because I don't really want the Suchomimus to take us out. I don't really... Well, the one with the Charis has got 200 attack. I don't want to rely on him to take out Suchomimus. And 3 might have been enough, been real close to take us out. So let's see what he decides to do here. There we go, beautiful. No guessing needed. That's what I like to see. All right, so the question is, do we get 35, 36 trophies? Let's see what we get here. 37, I'll take it. I will take it. Is that enough to, yes, it is. Beautiful, just enough. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Let's see what we get here on the Dominator wheel. DNA, I'll take it. So we got a high chance of DNA on that wheel. So I'll sit here and farm this wheel for the rest of the tournament. I'm gonna take a reading since this is the first time that we've got up into Dominator for my predictions. Kind of a slow start. Let's see what the top is at. Oh, come on, you can do it. 714. not too bad. Let's see. What's going on? Oh, that's what's going on. Okay, well, we do not have 319. Where is that? Oh, that's why. Haha, I'm in the wrong. Let me undo all of that. Helps if I go to the right screen. 319. It's like, why is all my formulas not working? What is going on? It's because I'm on the wrong tab of my Excel file. All right, so we are right in the mix with kind of where some of the lower range tournaments to go, but for the first day, almost all the tournaments are the same. And so we won't really be able to make a good prediction until tomorrow. New creatures tend to go for higher. They've gone for as high as 1,600 almost. Some of them have gone to 1612. We've also got new creatures that have gone for 15, like just shy of 1,500, 1,450. So we'll see. But my guess, we'll do a battle here. This is where we switch over to herbivores and amphibians, because there's a higher chance or higher probability of getting carnivores in the upper ranks because of most of the upper creatures are carnivores. So typically I do this right here. This is going to be 35, 36 as trophies, typically fairly easy matchups. I can take out a pterosaur if I need to, or I can take out herbivores and carnivores with my amphibian. Either way, we're usually in pretty good shape. Look at Sinoceratops, all the new creatures coming out to play. I like it. It just reminds me of how many tournament creatures I still need to make. Ugh, gosh. It's okay, I've been knocking out like one a week. But that's because I'm getting the low-hanging fruit where I've already got, a level 30, a level 20, a level 10. I just need one more 10 and then diffuse them. So we will have to see how that continues to progress as we knock some of those out. All the new creatures, though, I've only got one level 10 of, because I've been so focused on getting tournament hybrids that I have not worried about making the tournament creatures as they come to be, so to speak. I'm gonna sacrifice this guy off. Beautiful. So he should go for all 5 if he's gonna go for it. He might not though, because he can't kill us in 2. I hope he does go for all 5. Oh, he doesn't go for it all because he just is not sure what we've got going on. Alright, so now he's got 7. Is he going to go for 6? Or is he going to go for all 7? There we go. Beautiful. Game, set, match for us. We'll take 2 to kill him. We got 2 for reserve, or 2 for block, which is plenty. And we'll go 3 just because, and 3, which is more than enough to take out the Spider Raptor. More than enough. Just gotta let everything play out now. Again, if you're playing real people, they would be forfeiting some of these matches. It's just, there's so many things that point to you not playing against real people. And again, for those that are like, oh, I'm getting impossible matchups for the league or the rank that I'm at, it's because you're bringing too weak of a team. That's what's going on. Like I could bring a super underpowered team right now, and we would get smashed on. Because it's the game's way of saying you're not bringing a team that's appropriate for the level that you're fighting. Hey, there's our first pack. I'll take it. I will take it. I need one more pack, I think, to get one of the boss missions knocked out, so that's nice. Okay, so let's see what we... Oh, did that. Definitely participated in enough PvP. Pick up this bad boy. Some bucks, some coins, a little bit of food, some loyalty points. Take it. Yes, we reached Prey. Yes, we reached Hunter. Yes, we reached Dominator. Obviously, to do that, we had to participate once. Check. And we opened an extra card pack. We've done 15 battles, and now we've got a whole bunch of amphibians we need to use and a bunch of pterosaurs we need to use, but we'll start using maybe amphibian throwaways. What do we got coming up tomorrow? What do we got on the docket for the weekend? What is the... Oh, we got amphibious assaults. We'll use some amphibians there for sure. Oh, Rarity Rumble for sure. We'll use lots of amphibians in that. Mighty Money, we'll use amphibians. Masters of the Tropics, we'll use probably amphibians. Yeah, we'll hit the 50-50 in plenty of time. But yeah, what did I put in the Trade Harbor? Yep, it was a Saracenosaurus. So I'm working on getting, as I build out my Armada army, it's very expensive. I'm going to continue to build up some of the level 40 of the tournament creatures that I want to also do. Like, I'm not going to do a bunch of Sarazenosauruses, but I do want a level 40 because I've got Indoraptors, right? Since I've got Indoraptors, I don't really need other carnivores, just don't. But I want to get a Sarazenosaurus level 40, I want to get our Dilophosaurus level 40, you know, a Eudon to level 40, Pachygallosaurus. So basically, I want to get, you know, all of, well, really all of them, but Jurassic. I want to get all of these guys to level 40 eventually, because they're all the tournament hybrids. You know, from here up, I want at least one level 40 of all of them. But Gorgesuchus, I got 9 because it's the only amphibian in this whole group. Metrophodon, I'm going to have 5 or 6. Zamaldon, I want 2. You know, Segnosuchus, I think I got 5 right now, but you know, I'd like, and they're not level 40 yet, they're level 31, but they will get leveled up in due time. But you know, the carnivores, they just don't really hold a match to the Indoraptors. So, and Indoraptors have gotten plenty supply with the sDNA route. So there's no sense in spending a lot of DNA to make multiple copies of Eudon or Pachygallosaurus, you know, Sarazenosaurus or Dilophosaurus, but I do want to have one copy of them. So I'll make one copy of each one of those. But I've been doing Sarazenosaurus because he's cheap, and then I'll do Dilophosaurus because he's cheap also. It just depends, because Armamata is not cheap. He is expensive as all get out right now, but I need him, and I need a lot of him because he's got nasty cooldowns as he gets higher and higher level. But anyways, I'm rambling. Tournament predictions will be in the comment section below, so check back Saturday night and Sunday night for updates to those. That's where I'll post them. And enjoy the tournament this weekend, and as always, spend time with friends and family, and we'll catch you guys on the next video. If you made it this far, I appreciate you watching all the way to the end. Subscribing to my channel and clicking the notification bell will ensure that you'll be notified as I release videos on the channel. If you found this video helpful, let me know by hitting the like button. If there is something specific you would like a video on in the game, please leave a message in the comment section below on what you would like to see. Again, thank you for tuning in, and I will catch you on the next one.